That's beautiful. With a hey and a ho and a yo ho ho, here we are in Skopje. Annie's whole journey is Dhaka to Dakar. Today we're heading to Tirana and we're going to check it out. This take for sure. By planes, buses, trains and cars. I'm heading from Dhaka to Dakar. Folks, it's the 24th of March here, and Dakar to Dakar is continuing. A couple of days ago I bought myself a bus ticket to Tirana, the capital of Albania, which is the focus, will be the subject of this vlog. And here I am in Skopje, waiting to catch said bus. That is said bus. It is like a mini bus, so yeah. Wasn't quite expecting that. Internet says it takes 7.5 hours. I've been told it'll take at least 5. Apparently it's a very windy, mountainous road that we are crossing. But you know, you do what you have to do to get where you have to go. So the overland journey continues. This is, no kidding, the name of our company, Hack Bus. Mostly or all in Macedonia, North Macedonia, but we are very close to the Albanian border here too. And if I'd had more time in Macedonia, I would have come here and maybe spent a couple of nights at the lake. Well, folks, we are at the border of North Macedonia and Albania. Hopefully a reasonably painless experience, but yeah, I think the 7.5 hours is going to be an accurate description of how long it takes, because it's nearly 1:30 now, so we've nearly been going 4.5 hours. Okay, we're halfway done here, folks. We're stamped out of North Macedonia. Some dogs are attacking each other over there, and just in that direction, Albania, the 11th country on this Dhaka to Dakar adventure. Apparently we've got to get back in the bus. Okay, we're at the Albanian side here. They've taken all our passports. And we've been left on the bus, so I don't know if we're not going to get out, but you would think coming into a country you definitely want to cite the person who owns the passport. Well, there's Lake Ohrid from the Albanian side, folks. Welcome to Albania. As I said, country number 11 we're in. We didn't get a stamp. I'm told that's normal. I'm told that's normal by the bus guy. So in the last couple of buses, or probably the last 3 buses, since Istanbul to Skopje to Tirana, they have like an extra person on the bus that sort of marshals everything along with the driver. And anyway, he tells me you don't get a stamp, so I'm kind of disappointed, but we can get off the bus, so that's nice. And we've moved through. That's the fastest land border easily of the trip. We're sort of through in less than 30 minutes. Here we are, Tirana, Albania. Who's getting good vibes from this city already? I am. Tirana, Square Hotel. Yeah. But we are here. Tomorrow we're going to have a little look around Tirana. We're basically 2 minutes walk from the main square and a bunch of things to see and do. And yeah. And then tomorrow night, which will be the vlog, the ferry from Albania to Italy. Well, hello there. It's the day 61, and welcome to Scandenbeg Square in Tirana. And I've got to say, I kind of like the vibe of this place. I rather like Tirana. It's a pity I've really only got sort of half a day here. I'm only going to see a few things, and yeah. But here we are. There's a famous clock tower and a mosque over there. And over here we have the statue of Mr. Scandenbeg. And here we have a statue of Mr. Scandenbeg. And apparently his sword was a very mighty sword, and he's a Albanian warrior, I guess, from Histoire. And you can see over there we are a city here surrounded like Skopje by mountains. But I have to say, this feels like a much more prosperous city at the moment. It feels like a city, I mean, there's a lot of construction going on, and it has more of a buzz. I'm not going to lie to you, Albania has a pretty dark recent history, and we're about to delve a little bit into it. And we're going to head to a place called Bunk Art. Back many decades ago, the country built bunkers just everywhere. Here we go, the dome of a bunker here. Perhaps these are faces of victims of the somewhat brutal communist regime. So they call it Bunk Art, but it's actually a bit of a museum. So it seems from about 1912, 1913, Albania became a police state. So they went into a fascist regime in 1939, at the time of the Second World War. So prior to that, they had a monarchy for a few years. So Albania was occupied by Italy during the Second World War. The former entrance that connects the bunker to the Ministry of Internal Affairs. This really was a very, very closed police state under Enver Hoxha. Names of those executed because of political status. So the regime, the Hoxha regime, 44 to 91, the communist regime. These are some of the faces of the people that enforced it, with camps and executions. That's up to 1991. I was 16. This is severe as cheap as any regime that you can think of, really. I mean, we're going to the House of Leaves later. That's a place where they intercepted and listened to foreigner conversations in hotels and so forth. And this is where they ran internal affairs from, right? This is where they imprison people. This is where they... sometimes I just don't get humans, to be perfectly honest. I mean, and this regime was like 40, 50 years like this. It was really heavy. Here you go. This shows you that Albania is somewhat progressive, I guess you could say. Electric charging stations here, a couple of them. Not something that we've seen even once so far. Some remnants of old city walls here, or I think there was a castle. You can see it's been converted. Some of this dates back to the 4th to 6th century AD. It's taken over by the Toktani family from Kruja in 1798. Sushi. Cowboy kind of shop. A lot of Italian restaurants here, and you expect so with its proximity to Italy, just across the Adriatic Sea. A little paradoxical. We just went through this gentrified area, all these restaurants, and here we are. And this just looks like a little bit of an old Albanian village in the middle of Tirana. Yeah. The restored next to the unrestored, I guess. I think I can make a good case that Tirana is the most surprising place I visited on the whole trip. We've got a beautiful park here in the centre of town too. Really nice. It is Saturday, folks, if you're wondering why everyone's out. Wow. So... how cool is that? A souvenir shop in a bus. Okay, folksy worksies, the Scandenbeg Mosque. The Museum of Secret Surveillance, a huge part of any totalitarian regime, the one we've already touched on in the bunker. Well folks, ironically we are not allowed to video or take photos inside. In fact, we're not even allowed to use our phones apparently, so I'll have a little look and I'll tell you what I see. We're back outside now, and traces of the dictatorship. The Albanian Parliament enshrined in its resolution on condemning the crime committed during the communist regime of Albania. Perpetrators were never seriously brought to justice. No official apology. Wow. There was a picture of Hoxha inside, who was the president, the number one honcho from 44 to 85, where I think he passed away. Here, they're not operating. You've got a bungee trampoline there and a beautiful old style, 2-level, old-fashioned carousel. Beautiful. Thanks for popping along to Tirana. I've been more than pleasantly surprised. I've been amazed. Absolutely stunning place. Would love to spend more time here. It's definitely one to come back to. There are a couple of other museums, like an archaeological museum we could have gone and seen, but I think I chose the more interesting things, don't you? Anyway, thanks for watching this one. Later this evening, I'm hopping on a ferry, all things being equal, on my way to Italy. Yes, we are zooming across Europe in the blink of an eye, folks, a blink. So anyway, Dhaka to Dakar, the adventure will continue this evening on another vlog. Okay, well, thank you for joining me as always. Take care wherever you are in the world, and may the journey never end.